I'm about to take the special sky bus. You see loads of these elevated roads all over China, but normally they're jam-packed full of cars. Not this one though, it's only for buses. It opened in 2008. Locals love it. But don't worry if it's too busy, because you only have to wait a minute and you can get on the next one. It feels strange seeing a road like this in China with no cars. It feels like there's been an accident or something. That's Xiamen. It's on an island. Well, it used to be just on an island. It's overgrown itself now. There's more than 15 million people that live here. So with the help of a few mighty bridges, the urban sprawl spread it out onto the mainland. Just for perspective, you can see where I went yesterday to that island called Gulanyu, and it just looks tiny when you see it next to it on map. I wasn't even planning on going up here, you know. They're known as the Xiamen Twin Towers. 300 metres tall and they look like sails. And you can't buy a ticket to come up here. I just had a quick check at my white skin and thought, yeah, I bet I'll be able to sneak my way up here. There were a reception on 40th floor, so I just popped my head up there to take a few aerial shots. I ended up sat up there for about half an hour, just taking it all in, thinking, wow, can't believe people can make this, can't believe how I'm here, and yeah, it was very emotional. Anyway, back down to the real life China. And it don't get more real life than this. Oh, poor lad. Locals aren't even batting an eyelid either. And all I can do is take a photo. There's not much else you can do. Look at him, he's filthy, he's got blisters all over his legs. This is the local downtown area of Xiamen. It's called Bashi, meaning 8th Market. I think it's important to show that kind of shit, because you see it all over China, and like most of my videos I just put everyone having a good time and that, but it is awful to see, but you've got to see it, haven't you, to realise actually that life for a lot of these people, it's not easy, is it? Like if you wanted to stay in that Twin Towers hotel, it'd cost 150 quid for a night, and that to us is alright, but that to some of these people could be like 2 months' wages. I mean, that's an extreme case, because most of the people living in city centre would definitely earn minimum of 400 quid per month. But I guess your luck only has to be out for a while, and then you end up dragging yourself along on the street. Anyway, look at this. You can buy yourself a starfish, fill yourself up with that. Do you know, I'm quite particular about eating at these stalls. You don't want to end up shitting yourself. Well, I do like shitting myself. That's why I keep to veg. Keeps everything moving smoothly. I did treat myself to some shark balls while I were here. They're like meatballs, but made out of shark meat. They were quite expensive as well. 3 quid for 9. I don't know what were in them, because I ended up with arthritis next day. And then there's these local fruits that look like a piece of coral or something off at the bottom of the seabed. You can top end off and put a straw in and have it like a little drink. It tastes like a bubble tea in texture, but it's really sweet. They're nice. I highly recommend trying one. But if you'd rather take home some raw stingray, or even try a bit of estranged meat, don't worry, you can practically buy all down here. Some shit you wouldn't even be able to dream up. What about making a salt cave and filling it up with quail's eggs? That's these bad boys here. They taste really nice, actually. They're just a little bit arsey getting all the peel off because they're only small. Big deal in China are quail's eggs, you know. You can buy them boiled and peeled in loads of supermarkets. I just find it strange how this market's pretty much turned into a tourist attraction, but there's still people selling raw fish, so I'm presuming Chinese people like to come on holiday and cook, but they don't. Well, it's just not worth hassle, is it? What are you going to do? Boil some fish in a kettle from a hotel room? And don't be giving them ideas. Tofu time. You know, I love a bit of tofu now, you know. When I first think about when I tasted tofu and thought, God, why the hell do you want to eat this? It doesn't even taste devout. And now I sprinkle a little bit of salt on it and eat it raw. I'm more extreme than Chinese people. These things that I'm buying, they're called char bao, or it's like something, it sounds like you're saying tea bag. Really nice. And then there's this one that looks like that gorgonzola cheese with blue lines in it. And when I asked her what she put in it, she just pointed to this wig over here. I asked some Chinese sauces and they didn't really even know what this is. I didn't dare eat it. If you do know what this is, please let me know. It's nice walking around old streets of Xiamen because alt roads are quite windy, feels quite tight, it's not as open up as like where it is in alt new build areas in China. More traditional, and they've got them houses where balcony comes over, so there's a walkway underneath for when it rains. And it does rain here. Luckily I came on good weather. He said if you'd come 2 days later, it'd have been boiling. You know, when sun comes out in China, it's brutal. So although it's nice to have some nice pictures with blue sky, it's actually better for your skin to be hiding under this grey cloud. Right, well, I've started talking about weather, so it must be my cue to leave. Thanks for watching. See you next time.